Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. It's date night. Otome date night. Hope you're doing well. Let me turn this music down or off. Off, I think. Yay! Is it Friday yet? Tatsuo, hi! Seraphim, hi! Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are well. Date night. Yeah, that's right. Otome date night. With all our boyfriendos, our ghost boyfriendos. Yeah, hi. 363. Tatsuo, great job. Keep up the great work. You should be very proud. You should be very proud. All right, high five. High five. Yeah. Yeah. I had a very full day. I had to wake up early so I could go into my office today. And I got breakfast tacos. It was breakfast tacos and bagels as per the prophecy. But all good, all good. It's so funny though, because like I got very excited about one of the tacos, but I just misunderstood what was happening. So there was like bacon and egg on flour tortilla, and I was like, awesome. That's usually my jam. I'll add some cheese to it. And then there next to it was bacon, bacon, egg, corn, and I was like, oh, I like corn a lot. I don't see corn a lot in breakfast tacos, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like it'd be awesome. It was just on a corn tortilla. They just didn't write it the same way as the other one because the other one said on flour. The other one just had like it listed as if it was an ingredient. So I was just like, so I opened it and I was like, oh no. It was fine. It was still a good taco. It was just different. It was just different than what my brain had auto corrected it to. But otherwise, it was very nice. And then I got chips and sparkling waters. So, yeah. I'll take a sparkling water home. I'll just slowly build my own stock at home. Chips, yes. I've got like a bag of jalapeno chips. They were very good. Um, there were some other ones, but I actually don't eat chips a whole lot. So it's probably best that I don't have that just hanging out all the time. But yeah, it was very good. Spicy. Yeah, I do like a good spicy chip. I think it's pretty mild, honestly. Like jalapeno chips are pretty mild, I would say. Like I almost feel like hot Cheetos are hotter than jalapeno chips. And yeah. But I do like me some hot Cheetos too. I like crushing it up in the bag and then like sprinkling it on things. That's the way to do it. Yeah. All right, let me pull up my gim and then figure out where we were at. Last we left off, we learned some backstory. Things like what? Like you put it on like mac and cheese. Um, you could put it on. I did it on deviled eggs. Um, you could do it on tacos. So yeah, it's good stuff. I'm into it. I go. There's a place that I like, and they do it as a topping on your like poke bowl. So I always pick that option. I don't make poke bowls at home, but I think I'm gonna because I actually got a poke bowl today at a place that you know, that I don't go to very often, but it's like on the way home from my work. So I was just like, oh, cool. Like, it's a poke day. I feel like it. I hadn't been to a poke place, or this poke place in a long time. And then I paid for my food, and then it was just like, it was so expensive, more expensive than I remember. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to make poke at home. That is the correct answer. Make poke at home. Because I feel like I could make it cheaper. So we'll see. We'll see. Alrighty. We'll just start software. No update. Okay. All right, we're on chapter 8. So chapter 8, yeah. 8 out of 9. So we're almost there. So let's do our best. All right. I just realized that y'all probably didn't hear any music earlier because I had this one sound thing muted. Great. Cool. That's all me. I toggle these things on and off every time, and so that's all good. Let's see. Oh, last we left off, Minami was just kind of like, I'm gonna target something important to you. And it's probably Seiya. Yeah, so that's what we're scared of. But we're just like, there's nothing he could take from me. And Seiya's like, what about your mom? What about your sister? It's like, yeah, that'd be a bummer, but like, nah. But then we panicked and we're like, oh shoot, it's Seiya. But we haven't told Seiya that it's Seiya. But Seiya probably knows that it's him. Yeah. If Minami is targeting something precious to me... Yeah, but I'm mad at them, so go ahead. All they did was, like, care about me and love me in the way that they could. It had to be my family. I conveyed this to Seiya, and then there's something I need to ask. Can I use the elevator just once more? I realized Minami might be plotting something at that very moment. I want to check on my family in the real world. Seiya silenced me by gently pressing his index finger to my lips.
今のあなたの体でエレベーターを使用するのは危険が伴います。
Did anybody watch Made in Abyss? Made in Abyss is fantastic. It's a very good show. It's very unexpected. It's got a lot of lore and world building. It's got like a level of fascination. Yeah. You almost misread index finger as undies. Okay. But Made in Abyss, very 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 good. Anyways, I was just thinking about there's an elevator scene in Made in Abyss, and it's crazy. So that's what I'm thinking about. So. But
あなたの体力はそれほどまでに削られているのです。きちんと自覚してください。
all right, but perhaps sensing my reluctance, Seiya stood up with a wry smile on his face.
ひとまず HO へ行きましょう。あなたをカリファの空気で浄化しなくてはいけませんし、資料も閲覧したいので。
Seiya took out his smartphone and quickly swiped his finger across the screen. he's on Hinge. He's just like swiping. Oh, don't mind me. Head over to the hoe. Let me swipe right on some of these hoes at hoe. What are you doing?
休暇の申請を提出しておこうと思いまして。申請せずに HO へ行けば仕事を回されてしまいますから。
Yeah, you gotta get your PTO formally approved. Make sure you have a coverage sheet. He's taking time off for me? I'm sorry, I really didn't want to interrupt your work like this. Yeah, even in the afterlife, capitalism rules over us. You mean bureaucracy. I don't even know how much money he makes. I think he just has to do a bunch of paperwork forever, though. As Seiya draped a robe over me, he chuckled softly with a smile.
休暇を申請する際、その理由を記載するのですが。
Ghost dollars. Oh, what's the exchange rate for ghost dollars? I think ghost bucks must be like super duper inflated. Like everybody must be a ghost buck millionaire, you know? given that like people burn fake money and it like probably buys a bunch of stuff in the afterlife, so should be good. As he spoke, he showed me the screen of his phone. It was the leave request application. In response to the reason for leave question, he wrote, spending time with someone very important. Aww. Our mom. Your mom.
どうです？素敵な理由ではありませんか？
Oh my gosh. How could I not be touched by that? It will be so hard when we have to part. Guided by Seiya, we quickly left the house.
写しよは現在午後1時。南が動く夜までには時間があります。
Night? Does Minami only act at night in the living world? You should put that on time off requests when you want to watch the really important Lolli streams now. No, you don't have to like take off for my. It's like if it works out, it works out. I think you should, take care of the things that you need to. But
お忘れですか？あれが無魔だということを。
Then Minami might be haunting my family's dreams. The thought of my mom or sister having to endure such a terrible dream caused my heart to ache with anxiety. It was unbearable. We need to stop Minami before nightfall.
いいえ、それは得策ではありません。もし妨害に失敗すれば、あれは確実にご家族の夢に現れてしまう。
Seiya's brow furrowed slightly. He must be trying to figure out how to fight Minami. Do you have a plan? Seeing Seiya nod lightened my anxiety somehow.
HO に見たい資料があります。それを確認しながら、私の考えを話しましょう。
Okay, got it. This is my problem, and it feels like Seiya is doing everything. He's not just protecting me, but my family too.
どうかしましたか？あまり見つめられると、私の愛が暴走してしまいますよ。
I just watched right before I started streaming. I just sometimes I've go through like different scenes like in shows that I've watched before and just kind of replay the like highlight ones. And so the ones that I watched were very like the way he's like declaring his love. Like there is a romance element to it. I can appreciate it. But yeah, so I watched two very different expressions of like romance. I watched a little bit of like Yuri on Ice. Which is very like which is very nice. It's like it's got very pretty music, and so I watched and I was like, oh, that's very nice, very bubblegummy sweet. And then the other one was like Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie. There's a part that I like. It is not traditional romance. I will say that but I found it to be a very like very sweet scene. But like I say it's sweet. It's just because it had a very tender moment, but in a really like it just a little nugget of like tenderness inside a really really intense badass like fight scene. So it's just like okay. So that's what he reminds me of. How should I say this to him? I paused, then. Alright, what do? D&D guide. Let's do this! Let's go! Let's do this. It's on! Knowing that if I thanked him, Seiya would just dismiss it casually. So instead, Seiya, please allow me to express my gratitude. And ask for your help one more time! I can't just rely on him either. I have to do my part too. I felt Seiya's hand rest gently on my shoulder. Looking up, I saw his gentle smile.
あなたにこうしてお願いされるのもこれで最後になるでしょうね。
If this battle with Minami was the trial given to me by that god, as Seiya suspected, then this really might be the end. Then, a fleeting thought crossed my mind. We may have to part far sooner than I thought.
浮かない顔をしていますが、もしや私との別れを惜しんでくれているのですか？
I could tell by the tone of his voice that he was trying to lighten the mood by teasing me again, but yes. I do want to go back, but I'm also sad about leaving you, Seiya. The words flowed out naturally, without even the hint of pretense. I knew I shouldn't say such things, but I couldn't help myself.
いずれここでの出来事は思い出になり風化していきます。
Seiya looked away, not wanting to make eyes with me as he spoke. We're being smooth operator. Smooth operator. After passing through a narrow valley, we emerged onto a bustling main street. There were beings resembling humans and others with horns or large fangs of various shapes and sizes. When I first arrived in Hell, I was terrified of all these creatures. But now, I seem to have gotten used to it. Well, I guess that's a bit scary in itself. Seiya smoothly extended his arm toward me.
HO に向かう道すがら、ささやかな気分転換を楽しみませんか？
How about we swing by the hole? He spoke with a welcoming smile. Yeah, that sounds great. I linked my arm with his without a second thought. Ew! Cute. Cute. I look like a cultist. Like a Cthulian cultist, yeah. I'm just so happy. Despite all the terrifying experiences since coming here, Seiya had always been a source of comfort for me. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. I looked up at Seiya with a wide smile and saw him smiling back at me just as warmly.
あなたの怯える様ばかり見てきたからでしょうか。あなたが笑うと心が弾みます。
Welcome to the cult of the carousel. Yokoso!
もっと早くにこうして出歩いてみればよかった。
Yeah, we should have gone on hell dates this whole time. I feel the same.
あなたも私とこうしてみたかったと。
Only now. Well, I mean, it's because of all that's happened that I feel this way about you.
もし私を異性として好いてくれているのなら、この瞬間をデートとして楽しんでいただけませんか？
His eyes flickered slightly. Always so steady and self-assured, he seemed somehow different. I began to realize how deeply he genuinely cared for me, and it made my heart beat quickly. Of course. I whispered quietly and sneaked a glance at him. His expression was filled with surprise.
ああ、大変だ。
Since when did either of us get so suave? I think, you know, hell does that to you. Seiya, flustered, pulled my hood down deeply over my face.
もっとフードを目深にかぶりなさい。私のために顔をあからめるその可愛らしい姿は私だけのものなのですから。
I don't know why. This really does parallel very well with the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Like, there's a... I don't want to... I'm trying to think of a way to, like, talk about. I mean, it's been out for a while. I don't want to like spoil it outright, but there is a scene that's just kind of like something. Let's see. Basically, somebody gives like a very like it's like a romance mic drop. Something happens, and then like so the way Seiya is acting right now, it seems like a little giddy schoolgirl. So
決して他の者に見せてはいけません。そして決して他の者に目移りしないように。いいですか？
Yes?
たった今、あなたは私を異性として意識していると認めました。奇跡が起きたのです。
Well, when you say it like that, I lowered my face, flushed with embarrassment.
この奇跡を外野に邪魔されてはいけないですから、フードは目深にかぶることよろしいですか？
A miracle? But with my hood like this, I can only see the ground. How am I supposed to enjoy our date like this? Seiya then reluctantly lifted my hood slightly.
はあ、愛しいあなたとの初デートを楽しみたいというのにメンヘラがうずいてしまって。
Possessive yawning. That's so typical for you, Seiya.
その笑顔を他の者に見せたくはなかった。
Oh, come on. Don't sigh so much. Do you want to ruin our date? That's so Seiya. I'm just saying. Then Seiya reached out his arm to me again, and I nestled closer to him, my arm with his. Strolling arm in arm down the street, the hellish landscape seemed oddly appealing. Ah! I caught a glimpse inside a shop through its open door. That's one huge parfait! Inside, I saw a denizen of hell salivating over a giant parfait. That looks so delicious. So there are parfaits in hell too? Yes, but you can't eat it. It is the instantly melting parfait. That's hell for ya. Ha ha ha. Seiya, hearing my comment, peered in the direction I was looking. I was like, oh, that guy's gonna die. Oh, he's gonna eat that and die.
パフェだけではなく、写しよにあるような普通の食事から、見るに耐えないゲテモノまで一通りあります。死者は食べなくても体は持ちますが、食道楽はああして楽しんでいるみたいですよ。
I see. I closed my eyes and instantly thought of the parfaits from my favorite cafe back home. Cream, ice cream, fruits, and a little mix of everything. It was always so hard to figure out where to start. I swear, I'll never get tired of that shop's parfaits. They really might be one of my favorite things. There are parfaits in hell, but the sugar has been replaced with salt. I don't know, I'm into salt. If it was like, the sugar has been replaced with ants, that would be like, nah, I'm out. I'm out.
空腹を感じているのですか？
This question caught me off guard. I recalled being warned that feeling hungry was a dangerous sign in hell. I wouldn't really call it hunger, but all of the sugar content replaced with salt? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not that I'm hungry, more like I'm just craving a parfait. It's a simple pleasure, but I just love eating sweets. It's one of my favorite things. Saying this, I noticed Seiya's face relax. He must have been concerned I was getting hungry.
ということは、あなたは甘いものが好きなのですか？
Indeed, for parfaits in particular. Seiya slowly lifted his gaze. His gaze seemed not to be fixed on the red sky above, but on some distant, otherworldly place. one even far removed from this realm.
このような状況でなかったら、あんなものよりも豪華で美味しいパフェをご馳走して差し上げたい。
Cravings, are you expecting?
地獄のような陰気な場所ではなく、さあ、お好きなものをオーダーしてください。いくらでも食べて構いません。
Oh, Seiya, you really do understand me.
当たり前でしょ。あなたを隅々まで熟知しているのは世界でも数人いますが、この私がナンバーワンなのですよ。
That's certainly true, and I'm grateful for it. Nobody understands me like you do. But if I eat too much...
体型を気にしているのですか？いじらしいですね。あなたの容姿がどのようなものになろうと、私はあなたを永遠に愛していますよ。
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, Seiya, I love you so much. Well then, how about 10 parfaits?
さあ、10個でも20個でも好きなだけパフェを頼みなさい。
Yes, thank you. I'll take 50. It's an over-the-top dream sequence.
と、まあこんな感じに。
He said it out loud. Interesting. One parfait is more than enough. And everything else about that scene is just too weird. You don't get me at all.
そうして怒る姿も麗しい。ご安心ください。すべて妄想ですから。
Seiya, I do wish you'd tone down your fantasies a bit. He's going auctioneer style. 100 parfaits, 200 parfaits. Do I have 300? 300? Sold! He was, of course, free to think whatever he wanted, but I didn't want his dreams of me getting too wild. Strolling arm in arm with her, even hell, haunted as it was by unsavory characters, seemed to it was quite strange. That's the real ghost dollars. Hell parfaits are their unit of currency for auctions. Ah, this is quite a sight. Ooh, look at that. Together with Lolli, smiling and enjoying our date, I wanted nothing more than to keep looking at her. Yet, I couldn't help but notice the stares of those around us. Yeah, the street chatter is pretty loud. I need to keep an eye out on that man who caught a glimpse of her smile as we walked by. Ah, and those troublemakers over there, too. Seiya, what's with that look on your face? You look like you're gonna stab someone.
仕方ないでしょう。あなたに色目を使う輩は放っておけません。
What's that, Mochi? It's fine. I'm sure you're the only one who sees me that way.
あなたはご自分の魅力を分かっていないようですね。自覚していただきたいものです。
Well, if you say so. At this rate, I'd probably keep worrying even after she returns home. The sorrow of parting with Lolli Ishiki is immense, and yet I don't want to squander the present, my last chance to be with her. I want to treasure every moment we have left together. In an attempt to coax back her smile, I grinned warmly at her. I wouldn't let anyone get in the way of our date. Love really does keep you on your toes. Time always seemed to fly when you're having fun, and before I knew it, we had nearly reached the Ho.
資料を探してきますので、ここで少々お待ちくだ。
せいやさん。
Staff member frantically ran up to us. Ah, shit. That's why you're not supposed to come to the office on your day off. Got roped in. What a sucker.
休暇申請が届いたんですけど、お休みを取るんですか？
何を当たり前のことを言っているのですか。休暇申請とはそういうものでしょう。
そうなんですけど、びっくりしちゃって。だって、せいやさんが休暇なんて初めてじゃないですか。
First time? Huh? But I thought you took a day off just recently. I blurted out the words without thinking.
誤解のないように言っておきますが、決められた休日は取っていますので。
Why'd he stutter? Ooh, did he lie to us?
それだって休日出勤しちゃうからあんまり意味ないじゃないですか。
Thanks, ho staff. Ratting him out. We always assume you just lived in your office. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. Oh, we see you sleeping under your desk all the time. Then the staff member gave me a quick glance.
大切な人って彼女ですか？
彼女. Oh, that's right. That's what he used as his reason for taking time off. I just thought he phrased it like that to stop me from worrying about it. Seiya, are you lying to us? Communication needs to be honest in relationships. I hadn't expected him to actually submit it like that.
ええ、私の愛する方です。
Seiya?
なんです。本当のことですし、隠すようなことではありません。むしろ皆に知っておいてほしいくらいです。この方は私の愛する人なので、手出し無用と伝えておきたいですから。
うわぁ、大胆っすね。せいやさん、恋愛体質だと思ってたから意外でもなんでもないですけど。
Trust me, he's the romantic type.
そういうわけなので、これ以上彼女との時を邪魔しないでいただけますか？
Look, I already put a branding mark on her. Excuse me, what? At Seiya's stern smile, the staff member recoiled like a small animal.
失礼しました。
Yeah, calm down, Seiya. Don't treat your employees badly. With that, the staff member scurried off. I feel bad for causing such a commotion at work. I apologized silently. After all, Seiya was the Grand Warder. While I didn't know the specifics, his role was obviously very crucial. If Seiya doesn't usually take days off, he must be extremely busy.
まさかまだ休暇に対して申し訳ないと思っているのですか？
Would you feel better if I told you that I just fucked around all the time while I'm at work? I don't really get a lot of work done, so so it doesn't count. Hi, baby. Hi. Okay. You like my feet? Okay. Thank you, Mochi. Yes, but you're helping me as a part of your redemption, right? So you can forgive yourself? Seiya smiled and softly patted my head.
それは大前提にあるのですが、今の私はあなたに出会った時とは違う感情を抱いています。
So it's not just about your redemption.
ええ、その通りです。あなたのためになるのなら、すべてして差し上げたいのです。ですからあなたも私からされることすべて当たり前の権利だと思って遠慮なく受け取りなさい。
He's so good at saying such flattering things. When you put it that way, I feel like my heart is going to explode. Good, then you can stay here.
そういう初々しさも好きですよ。
As I bashfully tried to look away, his finger touched my chin, gently guiding my gaze to him.
隠さないで見せてください。 私のためにする表情、そのすべてを。
What you doing, Mighty? Come on. Unable to look away from him, I closed my eyes and tried to escape, but his laughter, full of joy, filled the room, drawing glances from all his coworkers and leaving me feeling even more bashful. On our way to a private room, Seiya picked up a book along the way. The Kama Sutra! Just kidding. What to expect when you're expecting. The Art of War. The book radiated an ominous aura. It was clearly no ordinary book. From what I'd overheard, it was strictly forbidden to take the book outside the Ho. That book was pretty heavily guarded, huh? What's in it?
ここの HO が管理する地域の死者のリストです。ごく一般的な死者から罪人まで、そのすべてが網羅されています。
I remembered when we first met. Seiya said my name wasn't on the list. Thinking about it again, it made sense. Given the nature of the Ho's work, it made sense they would keep a record of the dead. So people who aren't sinners are listed here too.
間違いのないよう念のためです。
With that, Seiya placed the book on the desk and opened the cover.
このように左開きだと罪人が。
Then, shutting the book, he flipped it over and opened it from the reverse side. Ooh! That's fun.
右開きだと無辜の民、すなわち罪なき人々が記載されています。
Sometimes people get that backwards though, and then we have a lot of trouble, and that's a tough day at work.
そして真ん中を開くと、これから死ぬかもしれない人の名前が確認できます。
It can predict the future?
いえ、予知というより AI のようなものです。
Are we talking about AI in hell? Oh man. Oh man. Was this a little too on the nose? There's an AI inside the book?
まあ厳密に言えば別のものですが、人間のあらゆる行動のデータからこれから死ぬものを予測しているんです。
Yeah, that's why it's so hot. There's all these global implications from running servers. Ah, I see. That's an amazing book. Deceased list. That's not how you spell it. A mysterious book managed by the Ho. It has lists of the dead who sinned, who are innocent, and names of those who are about to die.
まあ予測は予測。この本の通りにならない場合もありますので、確定した未来ではありません。
Seiya casually flipped to the middle of the book. Oh shoot, our names! As I peered over to look, I saw various dates, times, places, causes of death, and names of those forecasted to soon die. But why are you checking this book now?
南がどれほどの悪事を企んでいるか、もしかしたらここでわかるかもしれないからです。
My heart pounded loudly. That's when I realized the name Seiya was looking for in this book. You're looking for the name of someone in my family, aren't you? He nodded and slowly turned the page.
これからの予定を見てみましょう。
Names, names, so many names. His finger glided ominously over the names. Please, don't let their names be in there.
ありました。
There, on the open page, I saw Seiya pointing to a familiar name. Ayame Ishiki. That's my sister, my mom. That's my mother's name. No matter how many times I looked, the result was always the same. There was my mother's name on the list of those scheduled to die.
死因は魂の消失。悪魔や死神が関わっていなければこうは書かれないでしょう。そしてここ。
There was the name Lolli Ishiki. That's my name too. The cause of death was the same as mom's.
南が無魔の力を使うのは明白です。
With that, Seiya shut the book with a thud. I understand my name being there, but why my mother's name?
あなたと魂の契約をするのに必要なのでしょう。一式あやめの魂が。
There were still some things I didn't totally understand, but if it's written in this book, that means it's a potential future. But my mother, she's so strong. To think she'd strike a deal with the demon.
今はどうでしょうか。
What do you mean?
大体において悪魔のささやきに心が揺れ動く人間は精神が危うい状態です。今あなたのご家族の精神はあなたが行方不明となったことで危うい状態だと予想されます。
Yeah, I can't imagine what a family has to go through if somebody goes missing. I hope to never. Ugh. As time passes here, time passing in the real world too. Time is passing. How much worry have I caused them? I was so preoccupied with my own concerns, I'd forgotten how much suffering I'd put my family through. Realizing this, I...
冷静に。阻止できる未来だというのをお忘れなきように。
That's right. Seiya had said that before. I did my best to steady my rising emotions and tried to ponder the demon's next move. No doubt Minami's going to try and make a soul pact with my mother. But why? In exchange for my soul. We have the death book. Let's Death Note. Okay. I watched a very silly show. I've been watching a very silly show. It's on. I'm on the season 2. It's called a high school a teacher at ghoul school or something like that. Yeah, let me look up the name real quick. 'Cause it's something teacher at ghoul. Terrified teacher at ghoul school. It's very silly, but they had a very silly episode where like he found a book in this bookstore, and some guy came out and he's just like, oh, that's nobody's finished that book, and he's like, oh, cool, I'll read it, but it ends up being a incantation, so like it starts affecting the people in the bookshop, which are like his students, and it gets very silly and out of and over the top. So it was not bad. It was a funny episode. In exchange for my soul, he intends to get me to exchange my soul for my mother's.
ええ、それ以外には考えられません。
How could this be? I'm shocked. Oh, I'm sorry. What you doing? What you doing? Hold on, 1 second. What were you chewing on? I don't know if she was like licking or chewing something, so I was just looking to see if there was something on the floor, but it's just her toy. Sometimes I have to check because she'll eat the squeaker out of it, So, but this one's a pretty durable one, so I think she's just chewing on it, and the squeaker's still intact. I'm shocked. Though I had been the one to suggest it, hearing Seiya confirm it made it feel real. I realized then how much I had underestimated Minami. There was nothing he wouldn't do to get to me. Squeak, squeaker. In that case, how can I possibly stop him?
方法は一つ。私が写し代へ赴き、悪魔払いをしましょう。
Oh no, he has to confront his past. He wasn't able to exercise before. But Seiya, you're...
ええ、死者です。一式あやめに見えるわけではないし、接しても声は聞こえません。ですが、南にさえ私の声が聞こえれば問題ありません。
Seiya stared intently at me as he spoke.
神の加護がないこの地獄では無理ですが、目標が写し代であれば、エクソシストの力は有効。
He had mentioned before, but when he was an exorcist in life, how his hands would tremble in the face of demons. I knew his emotional scars hadn't yet healed. He gazed at the ceiling and slowly began to speak.
悪魔払いをするのは何十年ぶりか。ですが、死はこれを許してくれるでしょう。神は私に味方してくださるでしょう。大切な人の大切なものを守るためならばね。
Overwhelmed, I instinctively reached out to him. I was at a loss for words, unsure of what to say. The feelings I had for him swelled within me. I knew there were words I should say to him, words of encouragement, of reassurance, but my heart was too full to say anything. Instead, I just held him tightly.
感動の抱擁はまだ取っておいてください。成功するとは限らないのですから。まあ、成功させますが。
Taking a breath, Seiya began to speak in fragments.
あなたのためと言っておきながら、私はこれを乗り越えた時の己を思い描いてしまう。父にようやく答えられるようなそんな気がするのです。
You can.
このような時に己のことを考えるとはなんと浅ましい。
It's okay. I want you to find peace as well. Daddy issues, yeah. Surely Seiya's father would be watching over him, brimming with pride.
ありがとうございます。
Please, God, the God that spirited me away, give Seiya the strength to succeed. After offering my silent prayer, I stepped back from Seiya and his hand reached out to touch my cheek.
せっかくの美しい顔が台無しです。いや、涙さえも美しくはあるのですが。
He softly dabbed away the tears welling up in my eyes. I felt my face growing hot with embarrassment, but I didn't pull away. Is there anything I can do?
黙って待っていなさい。と言っても、あなたは聞かないでしょ。
Never! You sure know me, don't you, Seiya?
幸いにも、一式あやめが魂を奪われる日時は分かっています。私はそれよりも早く写し代へ赴き、一式あやめの様子を見ますので、あなたは私からの指示を待って眠ってください。
Sleep? Why? I can't just sleep while you're working to save my mother.
もちろんそれだけではありません。あなたには一式あやめの夢に入って いただきます。
I'm gonna be working. I mean, sleep. Work in my sleep. Enter my mother's dream. We're gonna incept her. Is that even possible?
思いの強さ、そしてタイミングが重要にはなりますが、他人の夢に入ることは可能です。
While explaining, Seiya stood up and retrieved a book from the shelf. I followed him and took a peek at the book's cover. How to enter someone else's dream. The title's so obvious.
人の夢に入ってみたい。でもなかなかうまくいかない。そんなことありますよね。
What's gotten into you suddenly?
静かに冒頭を朗読しているのです。
Dream invading for dummies. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. He's not going to read the entire book like this, right? You don't need to read it all, just the main points.
そうですね。後できちんと読んでもらうとして、夢に入るために必要なのは3つだけです。まずは夢見の力。次に対象と同じ時間に眠りに入ること。最後に夢に入る前から対象を強く思い浮かべること。
The last one seems easy, but my mother's in the mortal realm and I'm in hell. How are we going to fall asleep at the same time? And what's this power of dreaming? I doubt I have any kind of mystical power like that. Power needed to enter someone's dream. Of course, Minami has this power as he's an incubus.
同じ時刻に入眠する方法ですが、私がこれで連絡しますから、それを合図に眠ってください。
Seiya then showed me to his smartphone. Nope, not together. We have to sleep at the same time. Not together. That's our mother. That's our mother. But can I really manage to fall asleep at the exact right moment?
頑張ってくださいとしか言いようがありませんね。
Oh, me, Lolli would fail this mission. I have not been able to like fall asleep at an exact time or quickly. I'm not very good at that. That's why I don't understand how people can nap. It's just kind of like, you know, if somebody's like, I'm gonna try and nap for 30 minutes. It's like, how do you know when you're gonna fall asleep? And like, you don't get to set the timer for 30 minutes once you fall asleep. It's crazy. Yeah. I have my doubts, but if it's the only way to save my mother, Ways to Enter a Dream, a dubious book Seiya owns. If the following conditions are met, you can enter someone's dream. Obtain the power of dreaming. Think hard about the person whose dream you want to enter. Sleep at the same time as the person whose dream you want to enter. You can substitute the power of dreaming with spiritual powers. Oh.
それから夢見の力ですが、これは私が与えましょう。私には他の死者にはない特別な力があります。そういうものは残念ながらありませんので、私の霊力をあなたに授けましょ
う。Is it really safe for me to gain some of Seiya's spiritual power? Will you be okay, Seiya? If you transfer your powers to me, are you sure you'll be okay? I was especially worried, considering the mental toll the exorcism would take on him.
細かいところによく気がつくと褒めて差し上げたいのですが、今だけは気づいてほしくありませんでした。
Seiya sighed in resignation.
あなたに気休めを言っても仕方ありませんからお伝えしますが、私の魂に宿る力をあなたに分け与えます。
That's usually how it works in all of the BL manhwa that I'm reading. That is how that works. The power in his soul? I can't accept that.
しかし、こうする他に道はありません。あなただけのためではない。あなたのお母様を救うためです。
I understand, but
気に病む必要などないのですよ。分け与えるのはほんの少し。私自身に影響が出ない程度ですから。
is this really safe? It seems Seiya was willing to sacrifice himself with a gentle smile.
あなたに手伝っていただきたいことがあともう一つあります。悪魔払いには聖水が必須なのですが、地獄では手に入りませんから、カリファの花から抽出した液で代用します。
Seiya fetched an empty small bottle from the cupboard and passed it to me.
あなたの手で作りなさい。心を込めて。
Got it. Taking the small bottle, we headed to where the Khalifa tree blossomed. Ooh. All right. We're preparing. This is the montage where we're like about to fight the big battle, and so everybody's like, putting on their like, that big like belt of like bullets that goes across their chest, and like, arming it's like putting grenades in their pockets, which shouldn't go there, but alright, save. Let us save. That was pretty fast, but I think we're gonna have to, I don't think we're gonna finish tonight. I'll have to figure out what I want to do next week, because next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just panicking. I'm just panicking. I don't think I have any. Do I have plans for Thanksgiving? Oh, my friends wanted to go see Knives Out. So, Screen Yoshi, hi! Hope you're doing well. We just finished the chapter 8. So, yeah. Let me catch you up on what you missed. But I hope you had a good day. Hope you're having a good week. We went on a little hell date with Seiya. We walked around and I had a little hood on, and he, we walked arm in arm, and we think that the incubus, Minami, is going to like try and like take our mom's soul as a bargaining chip to get our soul. So you're so tired. I know the feels. I feel very similar. I hope that you're at a good point though, that you can rest. I had to wake up early because I had to go in for that meeting, but I did get breakfast tacos, and I did get snacks. But yeah. Yeah, you're tired. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you get to rest soon. Yeah, it is wild of him. He's crazy. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I think we're sad. We're sad that our time is, we're gonna be parting with our boyfriend soon. We had that conversation too. Yeah, you went out to an event with a friend and ate some yummy food, but yay. Oh, that sounds good. Yummy food? I'm happy to hear that. Did you take any pictures? It's okay if you didn't, but if you did. I like yummy food. I like pretty food, so. But yeah, well, that sounds good. Glad you're home now. Glad you can relax, but yeah. No worries. I get it. Sometimes I think about that too late, and it's like, some foods, it's like, oh, I have to take a picture. And then some other ones where it's just like, oh, I should have taken a picture, but it just looked too amazing. And I just devoured it immediately. Yeah. Yeah, so we just, like I said, we just finished chapter 8. So we have one chapter left. I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do about that cuz like next Thursday is like Thanksgiving, so I don't know, I don't know if I mean, I'll be around to stream, but I don't know if, I don't know if I should just like rearrange days that I do it. I guess I could do it. Do I do it Black Friday? No, maybe I do it the night before. I guess that would be okay. Yeah, because then we could finish. That'd be pretty, yeah. Night should be fine. Yeah, I guess you're right. Night should be fine. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. The TBD. But yeah, should be good. Yeah. If it like maybe I might shift it a little, like it'll still be nighttime but a little earlier in the nighttime. Maybe like 30 minutes up that way, cuz I am going to go try and see a movie. I'm going to see the Knives Out movie on Thanksgiving, I think. Or the day after. I don't know. I'll have to look. But anyways. But yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and Green Yoshi, I know you just got here, so I'm so glad you stopped by, though. But I'll probably call it here, because I too am tired. But yeah, my next stream is tomorrow. I'll be on Iriam for Study Buddies Lunch, so I'll hope to see you then. But yeah, y'all rest well, enjoy your evening, and have a great rest of your night. Okay, thanks so much. Night-night.